Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. Memorial Stadium will be jumping in anticipation of what we've got in store today. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Indiana Hoosiers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buckeyes will kick it away first. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 20. So Ohio State's offense is on the field for the first time today. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field playing defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Quarterback will audible. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Dropping back, it's Langford. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it on the left. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to Hauser. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hoosiers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And how about this matchup of a couple of guys who just don't get tired and don't mind being handed the football, Jesse?
And I love this matchup, too, because in modern football, it's all about throwing the ball and spread and tempo and air raid offenses. Let's go back to toting the rock, old school. 2 of the best running backs in the business here.
And the defenses now, like, they know the challenge. They know these guys are going to tote it. They got to be physical, committing guys to the box, not letting these running backs have success today.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Oh, what a great play call. Sneaking the draw. The defense clearly thinking pass, flying up the field. Yes, sir. A little handoff, a little sneak attack. Great play call.
From the gun, the ground game. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Hoosiers will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs in Ohio State.
Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll try to get outside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking downfield, it's Langford. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. For some guys, that play would be tough. It might be complicated. It might be impossible. For these guys, just another day of playing catch.
Find that guy, right? If something goes wrong, if I get confused, if I don't know where to go, my guy out there, that dude's really, really good. So if he's running a fade, whatever he's running, I'm going to throw him the football. If I don't have a clue what I'm doing, that guy's getting it.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
Gets rid of it. Got a man. It's Griffin. Oh, Spender fella, and he's loose. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires left. Got his man. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Wow. I don't love that throw by the QB, man. It's not a good idea to lob the football anywhere in the middle of the field because it gives defenders an opportunity to rally to the ball and knock it away.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Langford. He's right on target. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game.
Going over the top. Deep down the right side. What great concentration to stay in bounds and make the catch. He is an absolute blur out there, and it doesn't take him many grabs to have that yards per catch through the roof, sort of like Harris Campbell has done or David Boston back in the day.
And these are...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Ohio State 21, Indiana 14.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Off play action. Got a man in the middle. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Indiana! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Running back goes in motion. Back to pass, it's Langford. It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Firing to the right, complete. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. This guy's going after a day sort of like the one Joey Galloway had against Michigan State in '93, already well on his way.
And Joey Galloway had that Bayou speed, that Freaky Friday speed, and he's got it too. I mean, just such a
deep shot for the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
They keep attacking through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cook. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. All wideouts, no backs. Wants to fire on second down. Finds his tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. What a snag by the defense. Takes it the other way. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6.
Indiana, 21.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean,
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. He's looking to throw. And now the ball is free in the end zone. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. A loose pigskin in the end zone, and the defense is all over it. A fumble recovery for a touchdown. The defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
And defense is about getting guys to the football. Sometimes you just get that hit, the ball pops out, more guys swarming to the football. Great effort, scoop that thing up, now do some damage with it. You always wanted to play offense anyways. Convert that defensive player, offensive player. Give me that 6.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Caught over the middle. It's Osborne. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those 2.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to...
And the quarterback is snowed under. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Hoosiers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Complete. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
1 more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Bloomington.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Hoosiers in the hurry up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's reeled in. It's Griffin. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Hoosiers decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And the returner will be dragged down.
Returners don't get many shots, right? Like, they only get a few shots a game. They want to maximize it. You're not going to get any shots if you don't secure the football. You got to take care of the football, big fella.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. You got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Quarterback checking the play. Scanning the field, it's Langford. Right down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. The Buckeyes are flying down the field.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Here comes the option. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
Second down.
He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. And the Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They're trying to get to it. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
And this defense is smelling blood right now. Like, they know they got him right where they want him. Got him at 3rd down and long. They got to lead by 3 possessions. Everything is going their way. This offense is in trouble.
And the coverage team all over it, and the punt is down inside the 40. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Back to throw, it's Langford. Sends it downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
The Hoosiers want to crank the tempo.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
42, Indiana, 21.
One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to get the first through the air, trying to get to him. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long, under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. When you absolutely have to have a play, use that big body slant to move the chains on fourth down.
Yep, fourth and short. I mean, you got to know the ball's...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
You want to have a lot of success on defense, make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a prayer.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And how about the complimentary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together, dominating this football game.
Going for it all. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! How about that D coming up with a play like that? They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Mississippi State has opened up its largest lead of the game in what's shaping up to be one of the more one-sided affairs of the weekend. They're up by 21 over Alabama. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Osborne. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5. And Jesse, you have a slot receiver like this. He can create matchup nightmares for a defense.
No doubt about it, Reese. And him and this quarterback, they really are on the same page. He's so deliberate with his route running. The quarterback knows exactly where he's going to be and when he's going to be there. And that's why they're so tough to stop.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Looking to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Osborne. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. The aerial assault continues. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Takes it from the gun on third down. Fires to the big fella. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up the first down. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. He's looking to throw. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Offense getting set for first down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw, it's Langford. He's going for a big play downfield. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
Wide receiver shows motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Hoosiers! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He just broke the century mark, 100 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Looking to take a shot. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent. Forget this day already.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Works the middle of the field. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought